Oh yeah, is it time for the Acolyte? Wow, we made it, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it. This is the live watch party for the first 2 episodes of the Acolyte Show! Finally. After months and months and years, a year, I guess, of waiting, we finally have the Acolyte Show. At least in 15 minutes. We got 15 minutes until this Acolyte Show premieres with 2 episodes. So throw in your final predictions for this show. This is the last time you will ever be able to throw in a prediction for the entire Acolyte Show without having seen any of it. So do it now in the chat. What's up, chat? I know we were just live a few hours ago, 4-ish hours ago, but we got a show to watch. The wait is almost over. We got about 15 minutes until showtime, and if you are new here, this is how the watch parties work. So, I'm going to pull up this timer on the screen. Well, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up this timer on the screen that looks like this. Boom. Timer on the screen that looks like this. Whoa. This. And we're going to press play together, and we're going to watch the show, react to the show, and have fun watching it together. So the Acolyte Show has been met with much of a split and divided Star Wars fandom already, even though it hasn't been released yet. So much so that earlier on today's live stream, something crazy happened. We were on Rotten Tomatoes looking at the score, and we saw this. By the way, it's already up to an 87. An 87, if I can do that. Okay. An 87 on Rotten Tomatoes. This is the highest it's been so far. This is the highest it's gotten to. It started at like an 82 this morning, then 83, then towards our live stream it was at like an 85, and now we're up to an 87. But the craziest thing happened during our live stream. There was an audience score here, and that audience score said 47. 47. Tony's in the chat. What's up, Tony? How we doing? It was 47. And it was getting so bombed by horrible reviews that they actually turned off the audience score. And it's wild because guess what? Just like us who aren't going to watch the show for the next 13 minutes, we haven't even seen the show yet. They haven't even seen the show yet. And they're already bombing it, saying it's horrible, blah, 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 blah. We've seen the hate. We've talked about the hate. But what we know is one thing and one thing only. We won't judge this show. Oh, there's a fly in here. We won't judge this show until we have seen it for ourselves. And yes, we've been talking about how great this show is going to be because we've seen the trailers. It looks fantastic. We've seen the behind the scenes, the choreography. They spent their time making this show great. Not good, great. So we will see it when we see it in 13, 12-ish minutes. Okay, so we'll get to it in just a bit. But we did read a bunch of those reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. A bunch of them, the majority of them were positive. Obviously, it has an 87 on Rotten Tomatoes. They were positive. But there were some negative ones. We read those, and we're going to see how this all pans out. We're going to see. Oh, Tony with a very membership for 6 months. Pretty awesome. Huge shout out to Tony. If you guys are not subscribed to Star Wars Sith, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. Go subscribe to Star Wars Sith right now. Exactly. How can you rate something while you haven't seen it yet? Exactly. That's very true. And the biggest thing with that is a lot of these people haven't seen it yet. And I have not given any ratings on this show yet because guess what? I haven't seen it yet either. I'm just excited because the trailers look fantastic and everything we've seen thus far looks great. So unless this show sucks, which I'll literally come out and say, if this show ends and it sucks, I'm going to turn to the camera and go, that sucked. But if it's not, then I'm going to give you guys my honest reviews. Don't worry about it. All right, let's talk about everybody in the chat. Hang on. Oh, the fly's back. I like clip. Oh, that's going to piss me off, so I got to catch it. Oh, I thought I had it. If this is not entertainment, I don't know what is. What the hell's going on here? It landed. No. Whatever. Just... Oh, I got it. Yeah, that's right. I got it. Okay. Where was I? Okay, let's say hi to everybody in the chat. What's up? Ian, how we doing? Tiffany, what is up? Tony, what is up? Abby, what is up? Derpy Entertainment, how we doing? Ellie, what is up? XY Mod YouTube, what's up? How's it going? The Star Wars guy, what is up? MC in the house. Trent, what is up? Brandon, how we doing? Rose in the house. B-Man, what's up? Hal Runner Base, how we doing? Lucas Diego. Cursed Studs, what's up? Honey Badger in the building, what's up, everybody? Okay, so if I missed you, just yell at me in the chat. What are your final predictions for this show? We only have 10 minutes. 10 minutes, no showtime. 10 minutes, okay? So give me your final predictions or forever hold your peace, because this is the last time you will ever be able to predict this show without ever seeing a single episode. So predict this show right now, or else you'll never get to predict it again. So let me read some of the predictions from earlier. Tony, what's up? Says it's nearly 2 a.m. here. Your revenge for the Bad Batch is complete. That is awesome. So as you guys know, the watch party today is at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But for the Bad Batch, it was at 3 in the morning. And that was brutal. Destroyed my entire sleep schedule. I complained about it for week after week after week. And here we are at 9 p.m. living it up. But Ian is at 2 in the morning. What time is it for you guys? Where are you guys at? What time is it? For everybody in the chat. It's going to be really good just to annoy the haters. That would be fantastic. Are you going to rewind it so that we can watch the fight scenes over and over again? No. But that's not a horrible idea. Prediction, Master and Dara will end up being the one behind all of it. That is something. I doubt it. But maybe. This is the show that I've been the most looking forward to of all the ones that have been announced since 2019 or whenever it was really announced the first time. It might have been announced in 2020, but I honestly don't remember. Yeah, this show, for me, it's never been at the top of my list. Ahsoka was always at the top of my list, and then even when that came out, Ahsoka Season 2 went to the top of my list. And even this Acolyte show, although it's really cool and I'm looking forward to quite a bit, it was never at the top of my list. And it wasn't until maybe the last week and a half where I was like, holy crap, this show comes out in 7 days. And I was like, this is getting real. And then I was sitting here right before the stream started, and I was like, wait, we're about to watch 2 episodes of The Acolyte in 15 minutes. So it kind of hit me really quickly. Yeah. Where was I? How the F can you rate something that you haven't seen yet? True. True. Don't worry about it, Abby. I appreciate it. How ignorant to talk about a show you've never seen? Well, that's called haters gonna hate. And regardless, people have already made up their mind that they're gonna hate this show, and it hasn't even been released yet, which is kind of sad. How long will episode 1 be? So there was leaked run times for the first 4 episodes. And we don't know if they're true or not yet, so take it with a giant grain of salt. But those run times are episode 1, 41 minutes. Episode 2, 36 minutes. So tonight, we're going to be watching at least an hour and 15, give or take a few minutes, of Star Wars content. Episode 3, I believe, was 42. And episode 4 was 33 or 32, something like that. So they're all around that 30 to 40 minute range. The same as Ahsoka, same as The Mandalorian, same as Book of Boba Fett, same as almost all of them, which makes sense. Yeah. I thought it was going to launch on June 4th, but it seems like June 5th. Was it June 5th for you? It's 8 a.m. or it's 8 p.m. for you. Okay. 2 a.m. in the UK. Nice. 7 p.m. That's not bad. 3 a.m. Oh, that's brutal. 5:51 p.m. That's great. That would have been fantastic. 7:51. Nice. 8:51 there. See, these are great time periods except for 3 in the morning. Nice. Did you see the cast member about Anakin Skywalker blowing up the Death Star? Yes, I did. And honestly, here's my take with this. The guy who plays Yord, I'm completely blanking on the actor's name. Somebody in the chat help me out. The guy who plays Yord in the Acolyte show, he said in one of the million interviews that they did for this Acolyte show, by accident, that Anakin was the one who destroyed the Death Star. And he was saying, like, Anakin's supposed to be the good guy. How did he kill all these people in the Death Star? Guys, let's be honest, especially me who talks Star Wars all the time. Do I not get names wrong, like, consistently? The guy's been doing weeks and weeks and weeks of press. Maybe he just mixed up the names by accident. Like, that's not the craziest thing ever. And the amount of shit he's getting for this is insane. Absolutely insane. The guy messed up. Give him a break. My God, he's probably been doing these press tours for weeks without stop. So honestly, the one time one cast member slips up, the whole world goes crazy. It's absolutely wild. Obviously, it's funny. Clearly, Anakin's not the one who destroys the Death Star. He probably messed up. Honestly, if he didn't know, that's pretty funny anyway, because it seems like the majority of this cast is pretty big Star Wars fans from what we've seen, especially with Amanda Steinberg. But yeah, it's wild. It's pretty wild, I must say. It was funny. It was funny when I saw it. I was like, that's clearly he just misremembered, or he mixed up his character names, which I do all the time. And then I was like seeing it again and again and again, and people are shitting on him for it. And I was like, what is going on here? They've had thousands of interviews for this show. The one mistake that one guy accidentally makes, they blow it completely out of proportion. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. But when Ewan McGregor does it, when he goes, at the end of Revenge of the Sith, when I'm dropping off, who am I dropping off again? It's funny. But when this guy does it, it's the end of the world. He doesn't know Star Wars. It's crazy. It's absolutely wild. So, how do these watch parties work? First time? Oh, yeah, so we just put up a timer on the screen, and then we press play together, and we watch them together. Yeah. That's the truth. That's how these watch parties work. Nestor, what's up? How we doing? Catherine, how we doing? Star Wars Theory has 5K live watchers. Yeah, I mean, the guy's got 3 million subscribers, obviously. Huge shout out to Theory. What's up, Theory? If you're watching, and we know that you aren't because you're doing your own watch party. All right, guys. Whoa. This is it. We got 3 minutes till showtime. If you want your final predictions to go in here, put them in. My final predictions for the show, I still think Master Indara is going to die in this first episode, the very first episode. And then I think curly-haired Jedi dude played by Dean Charlie Chapman, or whatever the hell his name is, I think he's probably going to die in end of episode 1 or early episode 2. Somebody's murdering Jedi. We're going to see some murders of Jedi. Simple as that. I think the witches are going to play a big, big role in these first 2 episodes and in the show in general. And I think our creepy mask dude is not going to survive. I think his head's probably going to get chopped off, or his identity will be revealed. He's nobody in particular. He's nobody special, but he is the apprentice of most likely Tenebris or Plagueis. I'm kind of 50-50 on it, but for right now, I'm going to go Plagueis. Final answer. And boom, boom, boom. I answer Plagueis. That's my final prediction for this show. Let me pull up my other screen. Because I got to change my headset here so that I can hear it and you guys don't hear it, so that we don't get copy struck or anything like that. So those are my final predictions. Indara dead, episode 1. Curly haired dude dead, episode 2. And then most likely, masked Darth, what's his name? Darth Zipperface. He's probably going to die fairly soon as well. Okay. And he's going to be almost irrelevant, you know? All right, let me... Schnikes, I did this wrong. Hang on. Darth Zipperface is a Filipino actor? How do you know that? Do we know the actor who's playing him? Do we know? All right, let me get this timer back up on the screen here. Timer. Boom. Right there. Perfect. All right. Let's get this on the screen. We got 1 minute. 1 minute till showtime. The Acolyte might be the person dressed in black with a black helmet and a lightsaber. No, he's probably going to be the apprentice. Yeah. Mike, are you excited? I'm freaking so excited. I was going to make popcorn. Took a shower instead. Okay. 1 minute till showtime. Let's go make popcorn and put it in the R2 popcorn bucket. Maybe next week. 1 minute. 1 minute. Disney Plus isn't loading. Oh, no. Is it out yet? Just keep refreshing the page. Okay, let me just test the timer for a second. Okay, timer works. We're good. Is it out yet? It's 9. It's here. Okay, episode 1 is called Lost/Found, and episode 2 is called Revenge/Justice. Episode 1, Lost slash found. The Jedi pursue a suspect after a shocking crime. Master Indara is going to die. Okay, let's watch it. Here we go. Let me press play at the same time. Let's make sure we press play at the same time, everybody. Here we go. In 3. Wait, hang on. In 3, 2, 1. Don't skip any intros. Don't skip any intros or any intros. I guess there's no recap this week. Honey Badger in the chat. What's up, Honey Badger? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Master Indara dies within the first 5 minutes. I could see it. I say open. Oh, 100 years before the rise of the Empire, time of peace, the Jedi Order, the Galactic Republic have prospered, for centuries without war, but in the darkest corners of the galaxy, powerful few learn to use the Force in secret. One of them, a lone assassin, risks discovery to seek revenge. Oh, looks like we're opening with Master Indara dying then. Her ship is so sick. Huh. What is going on here? The unarmed, hence the no lightsaber or blaster. It's almost like we've seen this scene already. Damn. Oh, now she recognizes her. Oh, she recognizes her. That's pretty sick. I think she does. Damn. She looks shocked by what she just did. See, I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know how. Damn. Take the lightsaber. Not the baby. Don't leave any witnesses, May. His pet. I think it was his kid, not his pet. Damn. What an opening. So this is OSHA, right? Pip. Nice. Can I get a pip? Uh-oh. The gonk. The old gonk. Arshada? Nemordians? She's working for the Trade Federation to repair their shields? What? That's pretty cool. Hmm. Pip. that's not good. Oh. What was that? Jedi. That's sick. Oh yeah, she was once a Jedi. I almost forgot. Yord. Tasi, Loa, Osha, and Isaiah. Huh. Oh, he's not messing around. Hmm. Damn. Talk about defensive. Mech neck. She just say she left the order 6 years ago? She's got some big ass ears. Give us some flashbacks already. I don't buy it. She killed her. Yeah. Damn. Papa's angry. It's C3PO on steroids. Huh. That was quick. Oh. Yeah, no shit, it's Coruscant. That looks so good. Should we close our eyes? All my doubts of his English thrown out the window. Uh oh. Not really. It's just one guy who said he saw her there. Hmm. Interesting. What the heck? I like that guy. Yeah, it's not a great plan. That guy's creepy looking. They're just chairs. Uh-oh. That's not good. What the heck? They killed 3PO. Is that where 3PO gets his red arm from? I think it is. Uh-oh. They left her behind? That's not good. Pip. Use the Force, Osha. Damn. I thought she was going to do it. Should rip his head off? Ruh-roh. Whoa. Of course. Genius. Genius. Just strap in. Here's our ice planet. Another happy landing. The Jedi Temple just looks so cool. Jackie. Hmm. Huh. I don't know, Soul. Kind of sounds a little weird. Wow. Probe droids. What's up, Melvin? How we doing? Melvin's watching my stream right now. Melvin, I almost came into your anti-watch party, I promise. I saw it, almost clicked on it. I hope you're watching this. It's really good. Slow, I must say. Very slow. But it has a lot of story to establish. Another happy landing. Did it say what planet this was? Oh, Karlak. Duh. Not Ilum like a lot of you wanted it to be. What the? That's just fucking creepy. Come on. What's wrong with Yord? Yeah, chase the little ghost girl through the frozen wasteland. That's smart. It's creepy. Here we go. That's creepy. This whole damn thing is creepy. That's reassuring. Dream sequence. Damn. Very Disney. Disney would never make something that creepy. I mean, I guess they just did, but why does she keep asking that? Saw her die. Eh? Master Soul, yeah. Yeah, it's out. I'm liking it so far. A little slow to start, but it's kicked into high gear real quick. Oh, Force Echo maybe. He senses his former Padawan. I bet you she says she didn't do it. Yord ignites his lightsaber very quickly. I guess as a light. The yellow lightsaber looks so cool. Come on. She didn't do it. Nice. Damn. She's alive. Interesting. What? Thank God we have a second episode. Imagine if that was the cliffhanger for the end of the whole week. That would be insane. Okay, rank the first episode out of 10 in the chat below. What do we think? We're going to, hang on, just before we start episode 2, we're going to stop and talk about it for just a second. Rank it out of 10. Episode 1. Honestly, for me, I thought the beginning very slow. Very slow. But it did build up. We had to get established who these characters are, how they exist, whatever. By the end, I was fully committed to knowing everything, wanting to know more. And of course, the one planet they don't name we think is going to be Octu. And we finally get to meet our boy, Darth Zipperface, and we don't get anything about him. Not a thing. Honestly, out of 10, I'd probably give this episode a 7.5. 7.5 out of 10, I think. Honestly, seeing Coruscant was great. Visually stunning. The fight between Indara and May, we've seen a million times, so that wasn't anything really new. But it was great. So far, so good. I actually think this next episode, even though it's on the shorter side, is going to be a lot more sort of hit the ground running type deal. But rank it out of 10 in the chat. Rank it out of 10 in the chat. It was a little bit creepy, wasn't it? Like the little girl was really creepy. All right, let's reset here and let's start this episode 2. Ready? Are we ready? Hang on, I'll give you a second. Ready? In 3. Let's start from 10. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Don't skip the previously. Do not skip the recap. Don't skip the recap. It'll throw everything off. It'll throw everything off. Nine out of 10, 9 out of 10, 7.5. 4 out of 10, negative 7. That's crazy. All right, give me Darth Zipperface immediately, or I riot. Unsettling music. Gotta love to see that. Olega? Oleg? Jedi Temple. Huh, he's got 2 eyes. May's just out here funding the kids of the galaxy. I think she's doing no harm. So is every episode going to start with a murder? Is that what's going on here? scars on his face. Scars on his face. Torben. Why did she ask that? Damn. Torben says, no way, Jose. How's she gonna get there? Why is Torben not waking up? Interesting. Are 2 units still around? The twin theory. Even Yor doesn't buy this twin theory. Yes, it is the same actor playing both characters. Olega. I don't know if it was born on this channel. Yord is the sort of play by the rules type guy. Soul's more of your Qui-Gon Jinn type guy. Hello. Ooh, wait. Kymir. That's how you say his name. Damn, Kymir drunk. You want to sell? You want to buy some death sticks? Think he's Darth Zipperface? I was right. That's what I'm talking about. Poison. That's the glowing green thing on her neck. How is poisoning him going to be better or easier? Kymir's working for the Master too? Who the hell's the Master? Darth Zipperface? But you didn't. All right, let's show us what happened that night. Please. The timers for the episode. the runtime in episode 2 of The Acolyte. Thank you. I don't get it. Why is he just meditating? Oh? I see. Ain't that the truth? Hmm. She's been meditating for 10 years. What did he say? Oh, great. The creepy girl's back. Fantastic. What? They're just not going to show us the flashbacks? Are you kidding me? It's not looking good for you right now, OSHA. What an idiot. Hey, you're to save the day. What? Uh-oh. Kymir's in trouble. I'm in. The old stun gun. The transition. That's awesome. Pip. Pretty sure she wore purple. Hello there. He. Uh-oh. Kind of running for the huts. Uh-oh. Yup. Where are they going? He said the thing. Oh, we're getting Soul versus May. She killed her family. That's the truth. Soul wants to save her. Bad idea. Bad idea. Two down, two to go. We'll see about that. Let's get these flashbacks. Why? Huh. Soul is so badass. Huh. Uh-oh. You think? Huh. Huh. She thinks her sister's dead? So they both think that each other are dead? Uh-oh. And she's right here. Come on down. Huh. Imagine she killed Soul right there. That would have been insane. Oh. GTA 5. Come on, OSHA. That is not a good look for our good pal OSHA. Either she sucks at aiming or she let her go. Don't do it, Soul. Just go without him. This looks very Game of Thrones-esque, honestly, when you look at that. Some of these shots look unbelievable. Huh. Who is this guy? Kelnaka time. In Hades. Huh. What? We were just getting somewhere. Oh, it was getting so good. Okay. All right. All right. Fine. I'll wait till next week to figure it out. All right. Rank that episode 2 out of 10. Just episode 2, because then we'll do both together, but we'll start with episode 2. Episode 2, which honestly I thought was a lot better than episode 1. I'm going to obviously have to rewatch both episodes to get my full on review, but honestly, right off the bat, episode 2 is a lot better. I'd probably give it, I don't know, I'm in like the high 8s, like 8.7, 8.8 maybe. I'm very high on this second episode. there's still so much mystery that's blowing my mind and really pissing me off, honestly. I want to know what's going on. The Chimere character is very interesting. He lied to the Jedi very easily, and he clearly knows a lot of information. So that's not really looking good. Let me switch my headset really quickly. Yeah, it seems like a lot of us are a lot more high on episode 2. 9, 9.5, 8.5, 9.2, 8, 8, 8.5. I like them both, but the first episode was better. Oh, really? You like the first episode better? Yeah. All right, let's do this. Hang on one sec. All right, let's start up a poll. I'm just actually very happy about the fact that it is good. There was a little, not even little, honestly. Let's be real. The amount of hate going around online, a lot of those negative-ish reviews, they gave me little hints of doubt that this show might not be what I thought it was going to be. And even though the trailers were really, really good, I kind of had my doubts. Nope. First 2 episodes, fan-frickin-tastic. All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What did you think of the Acolyte episode 1 and 2? Did you love it? Did you like it? Or I guess it's liked them. I guess we'll go with liked it. Liked it? Was it meh? Or did you hate it? All right, let's see what you guys think. Honestly, a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Yes, episode 1 was a lot of just establishing the characters, figuring out who Osha is, obviously telling us that one thought one was dead, the other one thought the other was dead. The Jedi Order, Master Soul, also thought May was dead. But we got a lot of information in that first episode about what happened all those years ago. 16 years ago, at their home, May burned down their home and killed all her family. And Soul seemed to think, he said he saw it with his own 2 eyes, that May died. I don't know how that's going to work out. But we do know that flashbacks are coming. We've seen them in the trailer. But we have to kind of piece it together. Tobin had his whole face scratched up from Kalnaka, which we saw in a piece of a trailer. So how is that going to work? I really don't understand. But a lot of it's probably going to come in the next couple episodes. We saw our Darth Zipper face. Still no identity, obviously. Still no... All we know is he has a red lightsaber. That's pretty much it. We know he fights them eventually in the forest. It could happen. It could definitely happen, for sure. Chuck, I appreciate that you didn't like the episode, but I'm going to have to ask you to play nice. So what do we think? Let's rank both episodes out of 10. Rank both episodes combined out of 10. I'm not going to block him. He's got obviously has his own right to say whatever he wants, unless he becomes, obviously, threatening other people, saying all this other stuff. Yeah. He can say whatever he wants. I got a feeling that Melvin sent these people in my chat, though. Rank both episodes out of 10. Let's see. Where are we at? Rank both these episodes out of 10. What do we think? For me, I think both episodes combined, I'm probably around an 8 to an 8.5. It's a great start to the show. I just think there's a lot more coming later down the line. I think a lot more. It's going to get a lot better. There's a lot of mystery going on right now, pissing me off that I have to wait another week to get more information when it comes to this mystery. But the Chimere character is by far the most interesting to me. He's clearly got a lot more than we've led to believe from the get-go. I just don't know. Like, I want to see the flashback sequences. I got to know. I want to know who the mother and Anisea, I believe it's pronounced now. We got all these brand new planets. The only one that wasn't specified was what we believe to be Octu, which leads me to believe that it is, in fact, Octu, which was at the end of episode 1. I don't know. There's a whole lot going on here, and I'm excited. It leads to a lot of speculation from week to week, and that's what we like to see. A murder mystery. Fan-frickin-tastic. When Tobin wakes up from his 10 years of meditation, hasn't said a word in 10 years, and apologizes to May, and then literally drinks the poison on his own, it's like, what the hell's going on here? I don't know, because we know that he's fighting against Kelnaka in the trailers. So all those years ago, I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild. All right, where are we ranking it? I see an 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8.5, 8, 8.5, 8, 8, 8, 8, 9. A lot of 8s. 2 out of 10 at best. My God. The story's interesting, and I'm excited to see where it goes. True. 8.5, 8.1. Did anyone catch that the supplier had some martial arts skills? Curious. I think he's the mastermind. I actually don't think that... oh, well, that's got to be gone. Oh, it didn't even get through. Okay. Guys, we got to keep it civil in the chat, please. It didn't even get through. That's good, though. Where was I? Yeah, the Chimera character, he clearly has some training, but I don't think he's Darth Zipperface. But he has some relation. Obviously, May knows that he and her are both working for the same guy, and he is also the one who found Torben and has found Kelnaka now. So he's clearly got something going on there. Yord is as annoying as Jar Jar. Yord is quite annoying. He's sort of the play-by-the-rules type character. Sort of like a more annoying Obi-Wan Kenobi in The Phantom Menace. And Soul is your Qui-Gon Jinn. Soul already is just the show stealer. He's the GOAT. And I was worried, we talked about this earlier on the live stream, I was worried about him not being... I was worried about him not being able to communicate, I guess, his ability to speak English, because a lot of his interviews are not in English. So I didn't know how good he was actually going to be at speaking English. And it was fantastic. I mean, Soul so far is my favorite character in the show. Chimera, I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name, but Chimera is the most intriguing character in the show for me. I don't know. There's just a lot going on here. A lot of mystery for sure. But yeah, Yord is definitely as annoying as Jar Jar for sure. Disney Star Wars is trash. That's just not true. I don't know what to tell you. I guess you clicked on the wrong stream. Because obviously Rebels is not trash. Rogue One's not trash. Ahsoka's not trash. The Mandalorian is, guess what? Not trash. I think he clicked on the wrong stream. It's called The Guy Who Loves Star Wars. So, with that being said, what do we think? Where are we at? Where are we at? All right, let's see. Did anyone catch the supplier? Oh, yeah, I already read that. I've only seen the first episode, and I'll rate it a 6 out of 10. Nice. That's not too shabby. Right now, by the way, 40% of you loved the episode, which is good. What? What do I think? It's anti-male? Pretty sure you didn't watch the episode. That's just me. Chimera is hot, and so is Yord. Oh, okay. Interesting take. 9 out of 10 because it's fresh in a new story, and I think I like the new time period. Yeah, it was a lot that was. Oh my God, guys, can we chill out today? Cheapers, guys. Let's keep it civil in the chat right now. My God, Melvin, if this is you, I'm not gonna be happy. Where was I? Oh, yes, the new world. So new droids, new droids, new ships, new all this stuff. It really obviously feels like Star Wars, but it feels like a new time period. We're 100 years before. 100 years out from anything is going to feel different. Coruscant looked great. Like, all the action sequences looked great, but all the worlds look fantastic. We got so many outside looks of the first planet. I forget what it was called. The planet that looked like it was straight out of Game of Thrones looked great. We got the snowy planet. I gotta really look back at all these planet names. Got a big breakdown to make, that's for sure. But there was a lot going on in this new time period in the Star Wars timeline. looks fantastic. Looks fan-freaking-tastic. Just finished watching episode 2, Mike. I loved it so much so far. Yeah, it's a great start. Hands down, great start. Now we'll see where it goes from here. Maybe it gets a lot worse. Maybe it gets a lot better. But we're off to a great start so far. The murder mystery from the jump was great. A lot of my predictions came true already. Master and Dara dying in the first episode, boom, check, got it. Torben dying in the second episode, boom, check, got it. But the biggest one is that May was after the 4 Jedi. We talked about this weeks ago, that the flashback sequences with Indara, Sol, Kelnaka, and Torben, those 4 Jedi in particular were going to be extremely important because that's who May was going to be hunting down. And that's true. She hunted down Indara, boom, dead. Torben, dead. Now she's going after Kelnaka. She had her chance at Sol, failed, but I'm sure she'll get another. And now we're going to see our boy, Darth Zipperface, step in and sort of take over. Because we know that all these Jedi are currently on their way, or we know that Sol's most likely going to get on his way towards Kelnaka to help rescue him. But we know that there's going to be 8 Jedi in that forest to go help protect Kelnaka, and they're going to come up against a very angry Darth Zipperface. Now, I actually think that next episode, Kelnaka is going to die. And I know it's a bummer. Kelnaka, he's looks to be a fan favorite character. Everybody loves a Wookiee Jedi. I think he will die in either the next episode or the following. He's not going to survive. May is going to succeed in killing him as well, and that's going to just make the stakes even higher. May's already killed 2 Jedi, and we're only 2 episodes in. I think she'll kill a 3rd, and I think we're going to get the really high stakes for this season. Somebody's actually murdering fully trained Jedi. That's a problem. So, good start. Great start. Yeah. Disney and Filoni have no idea what Star Wars is. What? It doesn't even make sense. What you just said makes absolutely no sense. Dave Filoni's the guy who literally got trained for a decade from the guy who created the damn thing. He works with him still. I don't know. 9 out of 10 for both. Nice. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Nice. 9 out of 10. Nice. Why you hate guys go watch Star Trek? Oh my God. If you don't like it, then that's fine, but don't tell us what Star Wars and what isn't. Exactly. You can have your opinion on it. If you didn't like the episode, that's perfectly fine. If you didn't like both episodes, it's perfectly fine. I did. Plain and simple as that. I appreciate the support, but you don't have to crap on other people's opinions, you know? Just let it be. Not to quote the Beatles or anything. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Can't wait for more. Can't wait for more. Can't wait for next week's episode. Great stream as always. I appreciate it, Honey Badger. We've missed you around here. Yeah. My joke was that, was it not OSHA who said it? Wait, my joke was, it's not OSHA. So who is it then? It's going to be May. Oh, yeah. Good one. Hilarious. Do you guys think that OSHA actually let May go there, or is she really just that bad at shooting guns? I mean, it was point blank, like that's stormtrooper aim right there. If that's the case, I think she purposely let her go. But why? Why would she purposely let her go? I really don't know. Because if she brought her in, she'd probably be safe. She was stunned, not killing her. I don't know. Interesting. Looking forward to the next episode, which is always a good sign. Soon absorbed into the new very soon absorbed into the new people in place. Great stuff. Yeah, immediately we were just transformed or transferred, I guess, into this world, this brand new space in Star Wars. We love the characters right off the bat, and that's huge. The brand new cast of characters that we had to be introduced to right off the bat, loved them. Absolutely loved them. Sad to see Vanestra go down the road of being ensnared in politics. Yeah, you immediately realize that the Jedi are becoming politicians slowly but surely. And already, Master Sol is very similar to Qui-Gon, where he sees the flaws and he's trying to do other things. Vanestra Rho is like, we got to do this the political way. We got to do this the way of getting a council together, talking about this, doing this, doing this, doing this. And Soul's like, no, not having that. It's very similar to where we see the Jedi in the prequel trilogy. Yeah. Soul's the best. Agreed. It was a super tease, all those sabers, but no duels yet. Well, there were fights, but there's no lightsaber on lightsaber duels because May can't use a lightsaber. A little strange that her master is not letting her use a lightsaber, at least for the first two, as she said. We've seen in the trailer already that May picks up a lightsaber. We know that's coming eventually. But right now she's not, and that's a little strange to me. Can I get some good cups, follow orders in the chat, please? My voice is dying. Bumper! Okay. Where was I? He got a voice coach / language coach, really? I mean, makes sense. He sounds fantastic. I'm looking forward to the next episode. Me too. Soul's a great actor. I've seen several of his movies. To go from Squid Games to a Jedi Master is freaking awesome. I watched Squid Games, but that's fully dubbed in English. And it's very impressive, the performance that he put out in this show. Where did all these trolls come from? Honestly, I think it's Darth Melvin. Somebody earlier said that Melvin was live and watching my stream. So I think a lot of his fans probably came over. He probably sent them over to come call me a shill or something. I don't know, but Melvin, I appreciate it quite a bit, you know. Soul's my favorite, right along with the Wookiee. I wouldn't get too attached to that Wookiee. I think he's a goner for sure. Yeah. Soul's great, gives me Qui-Gon vibes. Oh, 100% gives me Qui-Gon vibes. Yeah, without a doubt. Can I ban Zap? He's a fake Star Wars fan? No. He's definitely not. I know Zap very well. Yeah. Wow, I liked it a lot. 9 out of 10. Nice, Joe. That's awesome. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I like seeing Nemoidians. I know. So I'm going to have to go rewatch episode 1 because I think I gave it too low of a score. I completely forgot that the Nemoidians were even at the beginning. I'm going to have to rewatch it. Yeah, just to start off with the fight between Indara and May. Then you go immediately into Nemoidians in Osha's working as a mech tech, which is literally just she is an astromech droid as a human. How about a better start than that? Come on. A rewatch party? Let's just run it back. Run both episodes back. Is that what we should do? No, it would be way too late. It would be like midnight by then. I still got to make a breakdown video. It's going to be a long night. But yeah, seeing the Nemoidians was great. No, I don't want him to die. I know. But honestly, Kelnaka dying, it's going to be a bummer, but you're going to get more of him in the flashbacks. The same way you're getting more of Torben, Indara, and Kelnaka is in the flashbacks. Which, weirdly enough, we didn't get any today. I don't know, like, when or why, or when we're going to get them, or why they weren't tonight. But no flashbacks to start. At some point, we're getting flashbacks. I'm hoping it's next week, but I don't even know. Yeah. No, save the Wookiee. I don't know. I was disappointed with the Nemoidians didn't have Japanese accents. I thought the main head dude sounded like a Nemoidian from the Phantom Menace, like a Newt Gunray type. But like the female Nemoidian, we've never heard a female Nemoidian before, as far as I know. Unless there's one in the Clone Wars? I don't think so. So it sounded a little bit off, but it sounded normal enough. Oh, Sonny with a very generous $5 holla. I appreciate that quite a bit, Sonny. Sonny says, this is the show I've been waiting for. Fresh new takes on the Star Wars universe. It helps that I didn't watch the trailers. Great show. Can't wait to see more. You didn't watch a single trailer? That's actually wild. So you went in completely blind. That's pretty cool, Sonny. That's pretty cool. And yeah, a great start to the show. Fresh, new Star Wars. All the people who literally say, I want Star Wars to feel new and not copy and paste of what came before, they're the same ones who are complaining about this. I don't know. Interesting. Hal Runner Base says, what about May's attack on the Wookiees? What about the May attack on the Wookiees? That's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm guessing May and Kymir, is like Kymir going to go work with May now? Like, how does he really fit into this whole story? I don't know. It's possible that he's Darth Zipperface, but I just don't see that happening. I think he's just a smuggler. I think he like you said, he worked for the Hutts, and now he's just working for Darth Zipperface. I don't even know. The good news is we have no name yet for Darth Zipperface, so we got a whole nother week of calling him Darth Zipperface. Let's go. See, I said that May is in training and has to prove herself to her master. That's why she didn't get a lightsaber. I see. So she has to kill the Jedi first before she's able to acquire a lightsaber. That makes sense, but usually when it comes to the Sith, they just have to kill one Jedi, and then they steal that lightsaber, corrupt the crystal, or I guess, what is it in canon now? They meditate on, they bleed the crystal. Bleed the crystal is what I was looking for there. They bleed the crystal and then turn it into a red lightsaber, and that's where they go from there. Interestingly enough, that's not how they're doing it with May. She has to kill at least 2 of these Jedi, or 4 of them, I guess. Yeah, thanks, Richard. Yeah. I know it's a test, but why kill a Jedi without a weapon? Well, I thought if she killed one, then she could just take that weapon. Like she could have taken Indara's, but she didn't. I don't know. Interesting. Darth Thor, what's up? Darth Thor says, a great start to another fun Star Wars series. Put that in a frame, post it everywhere. It's incredible. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a great start. That's what I want to say. It's a great start. 7 out of 10 for the first one, 8 out of 10 for the second one, 7.5 for both. Makes sense. She let her go for sure. Yeah, I think May obviously let her go. I mean, Osha let May go, but why? Why is she letting her go? What's the point of that? I think Darth Zipperface is an old Padawan of Soul. You mean Osha? No. There's no way. Osha clearly doesn't know what's going on, and she didn't even know that May was alive. That's not the case. Osha cannot be Darth Zipperface. There's no way. No way. Senator Chris, what's up, says, it gets me that all these people who say that Disney Star Wars isn't Star Wars are still watching. Yeah. I mean, obviously they clearly left the chat, which is great. But I don't understand. If you don't like Disney Star Wars, then why are you watching it? I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, Osha definitely let May go. I agree. This is the first Star Wars show without stormtroopers. It's the first Star Wars show without stormtroopers, yes, but somebody said in the chat the other day that it's the first Star Wars project without clones or stormtroopers, and that actually wasn't the case because the Phantom Menace doesn't have clones or stormtroopers in it. But yeah, it is technically the first show without a stormtrooper or clone in it. That is true. That is very true. I think Osha never had the Force, and it was May. No, Osha definitely trained with the Jedi. She said she trained for 10 years because she said she left the Jedi after 6 years ago. And Sol said that that whole event on Brendok happened 16 years ago. So she trained as a Jedi for 10 years. And at one point, she was able to wield the Force. I honestly thought she was going to wield the Force when she was holding out her hand to pick up Pip, was it? The droid Pip? Pip, she was going to pick up the droid, but she didn't. And honestly, kind of like that more. I think at some point she'll probably use the Force, but we'll see. But she did train for 10 years at the Jedi Temple. And we got the explanation that she was 8 when she was brought in. It was met with some opposition. The Jedi didn't want to bring in such an old kid, especially after she lost her entire family. And Osha eventually leaves the Jedi Order anyway. Yeah. Starship66 says she definitely let her go. She still cares for her sister, but she will not confront her. But even if she cared for her sister, wouldn't you think that zapping her or whatever, knocking her unconscious and bringing her in would have been the better alternative than just letting her go? I don't know. Interesting. Soul reminds me of Chirrut. A little bit. Yeah. More Qui-Gon, but yeah, a little bit. Hal Base says, it's nice to see other forms of fighting besides lightsabers. Yeah, I mean, the fight sequences are great. My problem actually is with these 2 episodes, and it's our own fault, is we've seen all of it. Not all of it, obviously, but we've seen a lot of it. We saw the fight between Indara and May, all of it. So although that fight was really, really cool, it just didn't. We saw it. I've watched that fight a million times, so it was really cool. But that's my own fault, I guess. I've watched that fight a million times. The fight between her and Torben was kind of a letdown. The fight between her and Soul lived up to the hype. Like, I've watched that a million times, but even still, it lived up to the hype. I expect like some even better lightsaber fights and fights in general coming our way that we don't even know about yet. It's gonna be great. This is the way says, Mike, the first 2 episodes left everyone wanting more. Mission accomplished. Yeah, it's the premiere. It's establishing this world, these new characters, setting up a mystery, and leaving you wanting more. It accomplished everything it set out to do, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Yeah. It leaves me with a lot of videos to make this week. Speculation on who the hell the Chimere character is, all the speculation about what went down in the past on Brendock, and if we're ever actually going to see it, because we know flashbacks are coming. We saw them in the trailers. We just haven't seen them yet in the show. Yeah. Appreciate the good cuts of all orders. I love Squid Games. Me too. Squid Games is great. I might have to rewatch that, actually. I haven't watched it since it first came out. Squid Games is great. Yabal Joe says, I would love him to drop the I am one with the Force and the Force is with me. That would just be too on the nose, I think. David, what's up? David says, did Osha miss May on purpose at the end? I think so. I think we've kind of come to the conclusion that, yeah, probably. Oh, we got a new member. Let's go. Richard Phillips. Welcome to the people who love Star Wars. Oh yeah, Richard, I really do appreciate that. Welcome to the people who love Star Wars at the Padawan level. That's very, very generous. A new member. You like to see that? I appreciate it, Richard. Foot cramp. Foot cramp. That's the worst. You know, you have a foot cramp and you're like, you have to keep your foot as still as possible. Damn it, Richard. You got me so excited that my foot cramped. I appreciate it, though. Okay, where was I? I just read David. Nestor says, oh, yeah. How can fires burn flames in space? That's Star Wars science for you. Technically, because there's no oxygen in space, fires cannot be a thing. But since Star Wars is Star Wars, fires have been in space since the original trilogy. It's just something that was established early on in Star Wars that fires can exist in space, and it's just been that way. It's the same thing, like a parsec in Star Wars is a speed or a time, but a parsec in real life it's a distance. It's not a time. So the Millennium Falcon doing the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs doesn't make sense, but in Star Wars it does. Yeah. So fire in space, it technically does make sense. There's no fire in space, lol. Yeah, but that's been a thing that's been around in Star Wars forever. That's always sort of been like ships catch on fire in space. That technically in real life shouldn't make sense. Yeah. It's 4:30 a.m. over here, Mike. Oh, Fearless, I appreciate you, but you got to go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Just go to bed. The Acolyte is so good. More Jedi and more aliens than Andor. Well, yeah, but honestly, a lot of the aliens were really cool. Episode 1, where Osha gets captured and she's in that ship with a lot of with all those sort of just other bad guys, I guess, for lack of a better word. All those alien type characters were so cool, and establishing them early on was really cool. And when she comes into town and pays the person at the desk, it looked like almost like the bounty hunter from A New Hope, but it's cool. Very, very cool. A lot of aliens for sure. This is the way it says, Mike, did you feel like you were in the Star Wars universe with all those aliens, ships, and technology? I think it was all a fan could ask for. Yes. And I go back to what one of the trailers, or one of the critics said, and that was that it felt like Star Trek. From literally the get-go, I felt exactly like I was in Star Wars that entire time. It felt like Star Wars. And that's the goal. Getting the balance between being 100 years before anything and still feeling like the original trilogy, prequel trilogy, and everything in between all at the same time is a very difficult task to do, and they did it to perfection. Absolutely perfection. It felt like Star Wars the entire way. Not that there was force in lightsabers, just the worlds that we were in felt like Star Wars. Even, how could I forget? We got a mention of Nar Shaddaa and the Hutts, honestly. Nar Shaddaa is a underworld planet. At least by the time of the original trilogy it is. So I don't even know, 100 years before. It probably still is. But Osha's friend was talking about how he was partying on Nar Shaddaa. It was just a cool little Easter egg. Yeah. Zap says, why do I think that the one floating Jedi killed himself, Mike? What did he do? No, he did kill himself. He took the poison on purpose because of what he did all the way back when May's whole family died. So this is all leading to one thing. What happened, or two things, I guess. What happened 16 years ago on Brendok? What happened? And obviously the second thing is, who the hell is Darth Zipperface? But what happened is the biggest question. Torben took poison on purpose. He was waiting for May because he, one, knew she was alive, and two, meditated for 10 years just waiting for her, not even talking to anybody, just waiting for her. And then he took the poison because he was sorry for what he did. But what did he do? I don't know. Big question. Big mystery. The flashbacks are going to be huge. Whenever we actually see them, what really happened, they're going to be huge. Yeah. I think next week we're going to get major flashbacks. Honestly, I don't know. I'm hoping it's next week, but they might drag it on for a little bit longer. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Chris, what's up? It was a venting oxygen tank. That's actually true too. They did say that it was oxygen tank. But even still, space would just get rid of that. Like, fire just can't exist in space in the real world. But we're talking about Star Wars here. Yeah. The episodes were very practical too. Yeah, a lot of practical effects. Now you could tell, or you couldn't really tell, but you can just know based off of the Earth that we live on, which sets obviously weren't practical and which had to use CGI and use the volume as well. But a lot of practical sets, from the entire cantina fight between May and Indara to the whole planet of Olega, I think it was called. It was all practical effects, and it looks fantastic. Yeah. 9.5 out of 10. Good start. That is high praise right there. High praise. By the way, with over 100 votes, currently 40% of you guys loved the first two episodes, and that is so good to hear. So good to hear. I was very worried that I was going to really like it, and then everybody else was going to be like, this is trash. But that doesn't seem to be the case. John says, I've seen some complaints that it feels like a TV show. Guess what? It is a TV show. I honestly didn't, like, Disney plus Star Wars shows don't feel like they would be on network television, if that makes sense. They feel like they're Star Wars. They're just extended movies almost. So like The Mandalorian, it doesn't feel like a show. It doesn't feel like I'm sitting down and watching NCIS wherever. I don't know. What's an NCIS show? I don't know. Hawaii? I don't know. It's not like I'm sitting down watching cable television. It just feels like Star Wars. It just feels like an extension of the Star Wars universe. But it's always felt like that because of the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars is the first ever Star Wars show. Canon Star Wars show, sorry. And it's in animation. Yeah. You haven't seen it yet? Chris, get out of here. Go watch it. How is she going to kill the Wookiee? I mean, I don't know. It's interesting the way that she killed Indara, because I assumed Indara was going to die in the first episode. I just didn't know how she was going to do it. Indara's got a lightsaber. May doesn't. Indara's a trained Jedi. May's probably a lot less trained than she is. How is she going to kill her? And she got her by Indara wanting to protect the people around her. She throws the knife at the dude. She has to stop it, and then she's distracted. That's genius. And then Torben killed himself. He took the poison by himself. So I don't know how she's going to kill Kelnaka, but maybe she's able to use a lightsaber this time. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. This is the way says, Acolyte had no stormtroopers, Empire, or Death Stars, and it's still pretty good. Nice job, Acolyte writers. Yeah, I mean, it's the first real thing that feels disconnected but connected at the same time to the original 6, so the original Star Wars. And it still feels like Star Wars. That's a very hard thing to accomplish. Without the Empire, without Rebels, without clones, without any of that. It's hard to do, but they did it, and that's pretty impressive. Yeah. That is true. May referred to him as the Master. Yeah, that's true. They referred to Darth Zipperface as the Master. No name, but the Master. And Soul even told us that she has no idea who it is. Soul was in her head, very similar to like Kylo Ren getting into Rey's head or in The Force Awakens, or Poe Dameron's head in The Force Awakens. He gets in her head, and she doesn't even know. She doesn't even know who this guy is. She's following him blindly. Maybe because of the promise of getting revenge on the Jedi. I don't know. How's she going to kill the weapon without or the Wookiee without a weapon? I really don't know. I'm intrigued to find out how, but I'm not sure how. Because when we see Darth Zipperface fighting against those 8 Jedi in the forest, none of those Jedi are Kelnaka. None of them. Which is weird. So he's probably dead at that point. Yeah. Sonny says, there's a bigger story here. What did these 4 Jedi do to May's home planet that makes May single out these 4 particular Jedi? That's the question. Yeah, and why is she fighting them the way that she is? When she comes up to Indara, the first thing she says is, fight me with, like, all of your might, or whatever. She's like, use all of your power to try to kill me. And she says the same thing to Torben, like, try to kill me. Why is she saying that? Why is she doing this? There's so much mystery about what happened 16 years ago. What happened on Brendok? That's the biggest question of this entire 2 episodes. What happened on Brendok? And I got a feeling we might have to wait a few more weeks to find out, sadly. But we'll see. Yeah. I think Zipperface is an old Padawan of Soul. How? Like, Soul's not that old. He doesn't have that many Padawans. Howlrunner Base says, and she doesn't take the lightsabers. She left Indara's. Yeah, she left Indara's, and we're assuming that she didn't take Torben's either. So yeah, she's saberless. Indeed. As Plagueis said, set ways of training are for the Jedi. Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting. It will be interesting. Richard Phillips says, I love your channel. You don't hate on everything Star Wars. Well, that's sort of the goal of the whole thing. That's why it's called the people who love Star Wars and a guy who loves Star Wars, and not the people who hate on Star Wars and the guy who hates Star Wars. The whole gist is to have a positive community in the Star Wars fandom. Well, also, even if we don't like certain things, having a civilized conversation about it. So even if you didn't like the Acolyte first 2 episodes, you can come in here, say that, voice your opinion, and not get shit on by other people. Or if you loved it, not get shit on for people who didn't like it. Vice versa. It works both ways. Just don't shit on each other for having your own opinions. Ever think of that? Ever think of that? Okay. I believe that Osha let May go for a bigger picture. There's more to this story. I think there's a lot more to the story. There's a lot of character development for Osha and May that we have yet to get, which will be interesting. We watch because we love Star Wars and are hoping that it makes us feel like we did with George. And it doesn't. I don't know. Leslie Headland is cringe, to be honest, but this show is pretty good. I'm surprised. I mean, obviously Leslie Headland is the showrunner for this show. But you watch these 2 episodes, and how does any of it have anything to do with Leslie Headland? It doesn't. It's Star Wars. It's the same thing like The Mandalorian. Yes, I love Jon Favreau. I love Dave Filoni. But when I'm watching The Mandalorian, I'm not thinking about those 2. I'm thinking about the world that we're living in here. The Star Wars world that we are existing in. Yeah. Darth Thor says, I'm about to rewatch both episodes. Yeah, I'm going to have to rewatch both and make a whole breakdown. It's going to be a long night. I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to drop the breakdown video, because with the Bad Batch, it was actually fairly easy because it was at 3 in the morning. It was actually something that actually happened that made it easy, where I could release it at 10 in the morning. And 10 in the morning, for me, felt like a good time for everybody around the channel to watch a breakdown video. Now, it's almost 11 at night. If I make a breakdown video, get done by like 2, 3 in the morning, do I post it at 5 in the morning? Is anybody going to be up at 5 in the morning? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Nestor says, Soul is hiding something that's happened to the fire that killed the family. Something happened that they're keeping from Osha. Yeah, a lot happened in that flashback that we're going to get so much figured out over the next couple weeks. Yeah. Pure Snagger, nice, says, show is off to a great start, but it seems that people who have preconceived notions as to what they would think about this show won't change their minds. Stems from negative influencers. Yeah, obviously, there's a bunch of people out there who've already been crapping on the show before it even came out. That's not going to change. The only thing for us is to just see what we see and have our own opinions about it. Simple as that. And don't let anybody sway you one way or another. Whether you liked it or not, just have your own opinion. Talk about it. Have some fun with stuff. We're here to have fun, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not take ourselves too seriously. We're talking about a fantasy land that isn't real. Okay? It means a lot to us because it's cool, it's fun, it's an escape from our reality. But let's say what it is here. Let's call a spade a spade. It's not real. It's not that important. And it's really not too much to get that upset about. So we can love it, we can hate it, we can talk about it, but we don't need to get aggressive towards each other. We'll put it that way. Yeah, for sure. But I agree. Osha is clearly the reason the Jedi won't take Anakin at the age of 9. It does, that's actually a great point, Ian. That does sort of add to the story of what happens in the prequel trilogy. The reason that maybe Yoda is even more concerned about bringing Anakin on as a Padawan in the Jedi Council in general is because of what happened with Osha and May all these years ago. I'm sure it's happened many times throughout the course of the Jedi Order because there's instances where they find a Jedi or a young kid who should be trained to be a Jedi because their midichlorian count is high or whatever it may be. And maybe they're a little bit too old, but they're still going to do it. And sometimes that doesn't work out, like with Osha or Anakin or whomever. It's the same reason that Yoda doesn't want to train Luke in the original trilogy. Did you guys hear how Vanestra instructed Soul to be discreet about the whole situation? Yeah. The Jedi are already keeping secrets from themselves. Vanestra Rho is keeping this under wraps. It makes sense because it's an ex-Jedi who might be doing these murders, and you want to keep that a secret, but already you're planting the seeds of the Jedi keeping secrets in a way where that's what it feels right to do. They're supposed to be keeping this secret because it's a secret that should be kept from all the other Jedi, if that makes sense. Yeah. Soul gives me Qui-Gon vibes too. Yeah, he really does, for sure. Sir Gungi, what's up, says, I feel like they want me to dislike Yord, but I feel like I liked him. I'd be like him if I was a Jedi. That's funny. Yeah, Yord seems to be the character that you're supposed to kind of not like because he's a rule follower. And he's sort of the dude who's like just annoying almost. It's like somebody said earlier, he's the Jar Jar of the show. And you love Jar Jar in the end, but he's annoying. He's the sort of comic relief almost. And Yord is just weird. Like you come into the room and he's not wearing a shirt. He's steaming his Jedi robes. It's just like the comic relief almost. The Jar Jar. That's great. Who said that earlier? Who said he was the Jar Jar? Because that's spot on. This is the way, says, Mike, when May found out that Osha was still alive, the way she held back killing the bartender with the kid shows me that May could have some good left in her. Yeah, May's clearly not like this full-on evil being. She has a vendetta against 4 Jedi, and that's about it. it seems like if she kills these 4 Jedi, she's going to be done hunting Jedi. That's kind of what I got. Maybe not, maybe I'm off, but that's kind of how I saw it. And she clearly has some good left in her. She didn't want to kill the kid and her dad and its dad. I don't even know who those people were. Didn't want to kill the kid. She, again, clearly has a lot of emotions towards her sister, Osha. Maybe she doesn't die by the end of the show. Maybe she's sort of turned good, or yeah, she's probably going to die. She's probably going to die, let's be honest. But yeah, we'll see. Sonny says, yo, it's Nestor, you're right. Soul is hiding something. These 4 Jedi did something. Oh, for sure. They did something in these flashbacks on Brendok that needs to be explained. For sure. Not even 4 sure. 5 sure. I like the fight with Indara, but Soul's fight was way better. I agree. It's kind of weird to bring in such a big actress like Carrie-Anne Moss and then kill her off like that. Yes, she'll be in the flashback scenes, but I don't know how many flashback scenes we're really going to get. Just the explanation of what happened on Brendok. I don't know. The Indara fight was cool though. Let's not get it twisted. It was cool. But I think the Soul one was just better. Yeah. It's not a mystery we found out. It's not a mystery that we found out she has a sister who was the killer in the first episode. That's true, but there's still a bajillion things that are a mystery in this show. 5 sure. Hashtag 5 sure. That's awesome. Yeah. Hashtag 5 sure. The mystery of obviously the Chimera character, Darth Zipperface, what happened 16 years ago. There's a lot of mystery still going on with this show. And honestly, I think a lot of twists and turns are coming our way. Like, this is not just a simple story of May has killed 2 Jedi and we got to capture May. There's clearly a lot more going on here when it comes to witches, the Sith, and so much more. Yeah. Okay. What do you think happened with the 4 Jedi in May? Tobin actually felt guilty enough to take poison. And it's interesting that he'd rather die than confess. Well, I don't think he'd rather die than confess. I think he was so sorry for what he did, or what the Jedi did, I guess, that he wanted to make it up to May, I guess, in some sort of way. What happened? I couldn't even begin to tell you. I don't know. From Soul's perspective, from what we're hearing from Soul, he says that May is the one who destroyed her home, killing her entire family. And he took Osha and saved her. That's from his perspective. From May's perspective, clearly something else happened. And Torben, another Jedi Master, shares that same perspective as her. I don't know. Interesting. Interesting! It's all very interesting. The aliens were great. Yeah, they were. It's cool to see a lot more aliens. It felt like Star Wars. That's the greatest thing. It felt like we were in the cantina in A New Hope the entire time. Yeah. The sets and costumes were perfection. Agreed. The costumes looked cheap. Like, again, you're just arguing to argue. I don't get it. The only decent character is Soul. I agree with you on that. Not that he's the only decent character, but that he is a decent character. We got the same page. There is oxygen in space in the Star Wars galaxy. I mean, I guess, because that would be the only logical explanation. Yeah. Episode 1 and 3 had fire in space. I think a lot more than just those 2, but yeah. Still at work? Salty, you're still at work? Actually, I mean, yeah, nice. The Acolyte is going to fail? I would completely disagree, actually. I'm very excited to see the numbers because this show is off to an incredible start. Agreed that the Jedi are worried about their public opinion. They're getting political already. That's true, and we haven't even seen the Senate or the political side of the galaxy yet. I wonder if we will actually in this show at all. If we'll see the Senate building or we'll see who's the current chancellor or any of that stuff. I don't even know if they'll go into that. But yeah, we already are seeing early on that clearly the Jedi are becoming corrupt. Slowly but surely. Yeah. I'm losing the ability to speak English, guys. Skywalker Academy says, the only place that there isn't an atmosphere is in the hyperspace lanes. True, but I feel like we've seen ships breaking down and on fire in the hyperspace lanes. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like we have. There's open fires in space in Star Trek too. The whole ships explode and stuff. Yeah, I think the reason that there is fire in space is maybe because these franchises were created before they, or maybe they just don't care. It's sci-fi, guys. It's not completely realistic. They are lightsabers and people who wield something called the Force. It's not real. Yeah, this show is the best of the worst, not including Andor. Okay. Salty says, "Is there no atmosphere in the hyperspace lanes? How is that? How is it working?" I don't know. I'm not going to start trying to explain science and how like physics works in Star Wars because I couldn't start. It's not really realistic like it is in the real world. Oh, David with a very generous $5 holla. I appreciate that, David says, how did both sisters not know that each other survived? I think Osha may have let May go because she realized May possibly didn't set the fires on Brendock. Yeah, there's something going on there where the two of them thought that each other were dead, which needs to be explained. Soul thought that May was dead, which also needs to be like, however the flashbacks end is going to be huge because somehow Soul thinks he saw with his own two eyes May die. May also thinks that everybody, all her family and Osha are also dead. So something weird is going on there. So that definitely needs a lot of explaining. I appreciate it, David. I really, really do. And yes, Osha definitely let May go on purpose, and probably because she realizes that she might not have been the one who killed her entire family. Maybe there's some explanation going on. What's up with the hater trolls? I don't know. I honestly think it's Melvin. I mean, somebody did say that Melvin was watching the stream earlier, and likely he sent in his people to sort of call me a shill. But Melvin, I don't know. I appreciate you, but it was quite annoying. Salty, I mean, you kind of got to expect spoilers when you came in the stream here. Star Wars Jet says, Episode 1 started out good, but stalled and then became boring. Episode 2 is much better. I kind of agree with that. I think Episode 1 was a lot slower. And I thought actually towards the end it built up. And then sort of, Knights of Melvin, yeah. Knights of Melvin. Melvin comes around the streams sometimes. He's funny. But sometimes it gets a little bit annoying when he sends his people into the jet. The Knights of Melvin. He's just another YouTube channel. His whole gist is that he craps on Star Wars for a living. And he wears a mask, and it's like his thing. He actually held an anti-watch party the same time we held this watch party. Yeah, that's Melvin. It was so Star Wars. That's why I love the show already. And I admit it's refreshing that there's no Skywalkers or Palpatines, thank the maker. Yeah, it was refreshing. It's the first thing ever to sort of go beyond the Skywalker saga, not involve a Luke or a Anakin or a Ben Solo or a whomever, or a Palpatine. Thankfully, Palpatine cannot return in this show. He's not born yet. And yeah, that's where we're at. No Skywalkers, no Palpatines. See, Spook, as you say, Melvin didn't send us. We came here on our own accord. I know that that's not true because you said send us. Hater Trolls came out to support the channel tonight. Hey, support. Support is support. I appreciate it. Ian says, I can't help but feel that the Sith Master could not approve of May getting so much attention from the Jedi. Yeah, obviously the Sith want to lay low. So that's probably a reason as to why she's not wielding a red lightsaber as well. And I'm sure Darth Zipperface's master, whomever it may be, Plagueis or Tenebris, is probably like, you can't be going around wielding a lightsaber. Yeah. I appreciate you, Salty. I appreciate it. I'm proud to be a Disney Star Wars shill. I'm still not a Star Wars Disney shill. I'm not going to ever say that I am. Because a shill is somebody who gets paid, or would be somebody who gets paid by Disney to talk highly about their show. I definitely don't get paid by Disney. That's for sure. But yeah. Juan Rodriguez says, DEI, didn't earn it. Didn't earn what? Star Wars Jet says, I give a 6 out of 10 for the first episode and a 7 out of 10 for the second one. Nice. Nice. Oh, she didn't earn the lightsaber. I understand. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Just block the trolls. They'll just be ignored on their end. I mean, he's not doing any harm right now, as long as he's not, like, attacking people or anything. I had to time out at least one of them, but that's because they're attacking people. I've been a Star Wars fan since 77. Nice. This is just another story, and I like it so far. Yeah, it's an extension of the Star Wars franchise, and it's good. How can you complain about that? May is the one that supposedly burned the village. That's what we're led to believe. That's what the Jedi in Soul believes. That's what OSHA believes. But, I mean, it's clearly not the reality. There's something different going on here. Maybe, just maybe, May is not the villain of this show. Yes, she is killing Jedi currently, and that's not good. Murder's never good. But she might have been led down a bad path from coming in contact with Darth Zipperface, going down the path of the dark side. And that's just not really her fault. Fully. Yeah. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Okay. This is my favorite chat of the night. Well, I'm going to bed because I work tomorrow. Have fun at work. And he said, have fun collecting those Disney paychecks, you shill. If Disney was paying me, that'd be great, honestly. But I wouldn't accept it because I'm not going to just sit here and talk highly about something if I don't like it. It's not how it works around here. If I were getting paid by Disney, I'd probably be like, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Woohoo! But that's not the case. Yeah. Paid trolls. Oh, imagine. Have fun at work, though. Exactly. That would be fake. And so many haters are grifters. And so many haters and grifters are. Yeah, I mean, just because I'm more positive doesn't mean I'm a shill or fake about anything. Here, let's be honest. All right, I'm going to end this poll. See where you guys are at on this. We got over 124 votes. Jesus. Or over 120, I guess. What did you guys think of the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte? 37% of you loved it. 24% of you hated it. 20% said meh, and 16% liked it. So we're kind of all over the place here. A lot of that has to do with, thankfully, our boy Knights of Melvin over there. I appreciate it quite a bit, Melvin. Thanks for skewing my poll. We'll see how it goes on Thursday's stream or how the reaction and the breakdown is. So watch it for a breakdown video. I would say like 6 a.m. tomorrow. I'm hoping. We'll see. Hopefully I can get it done by then. If I'm up until 6 a.m., something went really wrong. It's going to be a long breakdown video because it's 2 episodes. Watch out for that breakdown video tomorrow. Probably at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate all you guys for coming by the watch party. This a great start. A great start to this Acolyte show. Ton of mystery. A lot to speculate about. A fun couple streams coming up this week to speculate. And a great start to this show. Great watch party. Appreciate all you guys. So much better than the 3 a.m. So much better, might I say, than the 3 a.m. Watch parties. That's just me. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate it. He could at least buy you a drink before skewing your poll. I know, right? That is a great line, Ian, I must say. She-Hulk was a 0%. What are you talking about? So much better. Okay. Huge shout outs to Tony, Star Wars Sith, of course, for the 6-month membership badge. Sonny for the very generous $5 holla. David for the very generous $5 holla. And Richard Phillips for becoming a member at the Padawan level. I appreciate all you guys more than you will ever know. I'm very glad that this show is off to a great start. That just means a lot more awesome Star Wars content for us as the weeks go by. 7 more weeks of this, which is fan-frickin-tastic, and I can't wait. And I'm sure we will get all of the love and attention coming to this channel. So I appreciate all you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Smash a freaking like on the stream. Do I even want to know how many likes we have on the stream? Do I even want to know? Do I want to know? Oh, we got a decent amount. Okay. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to get on out of here. Huge shout out to all the fun people in the chat tonight. Love it. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow in the breakdown video, Thursday for the live stream, Friday for a video, Saturday for a live stream, and for the rest of your lives every day, because we're just getting started there. We are just getting started. And may the force be with you. Always.
Hello there.
That is clearly not the button that I meant to press. And may the force be with you. Always. Oh yeah. What a great stream. What a great show. You guys are the absolute best. I am so glad this show is off to such a great start. Watch out for that breakdown video tomorrow. All right, I got to get on out of here and start working on it, I guess. I got to go rewatch the episodes first. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your lives, and good night, everybody.